Hey, welcome today. We are officially inside my seven-figure circle session. It's LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense, and today what I want to do is bring you inside of the Millionaire Year Mastermind. Yes! I am excited. Whether you are catching me live or on the replay side, I am excited to share some of the lessons, strategies, solutions that I have been putting into my solopreneur online digital business, and you can think about some of these things too, okay? So welcome. I love it. I get to see the lovely Anissa in the virtual building. As you guys are coming on in, definitely check in. Let me know who you are in this beautiful world today, right? Who you are and where you are in this beautiful world today, okay? And as you guys are doing that, what I'm going to do is jump right into our agenda. So let's talk about it. The seven-figure circle. Now, this is an exclusive experience. Let me say this. Normally, I will be hosting these sessions with the ladies in my academy at the Accelerate and Elevate level. My academy is called the Tiny to Titan Academy, where we work on creating simple, sustainable digital product businesses. And as part of this experience, every month, I am sharing with the ladies in my academy how I'm working on my Millionaire Year vision, which essentially is this: making seven figures in 12 months, right? And that's a big elephantastic task. Now, one of the things that I want to do is to encourage you to get clear about your revenue goals, what you want to see in your business on an annual basis, right on down to what you want to see coming in every single day, okay? I love it. Thank you. I love that you're here too. And as I'm working on these goals, every single month in the academy, I will be sharing my not-so-secret secrets with the ladies who are working with me. Now, if you're in the academy, lovely. But if not, I wanted to give you this opportunity to kind of get a sense of what we do inside of the Tiny to Titan Academy, which, by the way, is, I would say, the leveled up version of my annual Insider Circle program. I've really been leaning into AI, integrating AI more into your business, using AI to create your content and make more money, generate more cash flow. And so this year I've not necessarily revised, but I've improved my Insider Circle by talking about how you can create tiny tools, which are no-code web apps using platforms like Canva and Lovable, number one, and then create Titan offers, number two, which are things like toolkits and bundles that are evergreen, that are premium, that are $1,000 plus. So talking to you about creating your tiny tools versus your Titan offers, working with you around growing your business, and also creating a space where you're getting better at AI mastery, digital product creation, building your business consistently. These are some of the key things that I am doing with the community inside the Insider Circle, aka Tiny to Titan Academy. So what we're going to do today is focus on some of the first things that I want to share with you. Agenda. Our agenda. Why seven-figure thinking starts before seven figures. To be quite honest with you, whether it's four figures, five figures, six figures, or seven and beyond, baby, you do not get there without strategy, right? So we have to be intentional about what we're trying to do to enter our next winning season, number one. Number two, what I'm going to do tonight is talk to you about 3 revenue levers that can help to scale your business. Baby, these have been so integral in my business as I've grown each and every step of the way. Like literally, I have been an online entrepreneur working for myself at home, but basically location independent for well over 20 years. It's funny, I was talking to my son today, we were driving home, and I was like, listen, I quit my job when I was 3 months pregnant with you. You were in my belly, boo. I was still living in New York. Who quits their job in the middle of being pregnant? I went from having a stable income and paid insurance to paying like $500 a month for insurance because New York, baby, is expensive as all get out, right? But guess what? My son is 19 now. And I've been able to build and sustain my business. Now, mind you, I was a side hustle sister. So I've been in the entrepreneurial world since I was, I don't know, 19, 20, and I was at Columbia. You know, I'm a Columbia University grad, right? But creating a business that has lasted 20 plus years, that's what I want for you. I want you to have a simple, sustainable digital product business too, okay? And so we will talk about one of the most effective ways to work on sustainability in your business. Hey, D, Miss D in the UK is checking in with me. It's super late. I'm glad you got this message. I see you. I see you. Is that Sienna in the building? I love it. Y'all are coming in here, hanging out with me. Again, definitely feel free to let me know whether you are live or on the replays outside, who you are and where you are in this virtual world today. Okay? And by the way, outside of you having the opportunity to hang with me and the lovely ladies in the Academy tonight, I am doing the 2-day AI Profits Build-a-thon, right? And that is actually going to start tomorrow, day 2, at 10 a.m. EST for about 2 hours. So save the date if you want to check in for day 2 of that as well. This month, this 2-day build-a-thon is focused on AI assets and avatars. You see my AI avatar, Cece? She's got her CC necklace on, her $100 winner, Apple computer. I'm a lock-loving girl, so she's got her locks and her hoops. We talked about how to create your own avatars today, okay? So if you missed it, watch the replay. That's available, and or check us out tomorrow because we're going to talk about AI assets, all right? So we will definitely dive into retention strategies that most entrepreneurs are ignoring that you need to be aware of, okay? And reactivation tactics that are hiding your existing audience. Like you literally have money sitting there waiting for you that you're not leaning into. Referral growth without complicated affiliate systems, and ultimately thinking about how this kind of thinking is going to support you when it comes to reaching your 4, 5, 6, or even 7-figure goals. Okay? Now, if you are excited about today's session, I need you to drop win into the chat box for me. If you know that you deserve a win, if you know that you are ready to manifest your next winning season, I need to see win, 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 win in the chat box, baby. And make sure you drop some dollar signs too. If you are looking to work on some extra zeros on the end of your monthly revenue, drop them dollar signs too so that I can see, okay? We are going to deep dive into this session today, starting now. I love it. I see them coming on in. Win, 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 win. Clarity. Let's jump in. Number 1 is the millionaire mindset, right? Win, right? Win, 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 win. As you guys are saying that, dropping that into the chat, let's talk about the millionaire mindset. 7 figures is a strategy and not a personality, okay? It's not like you have to be a certain person naturally to attract 7 figures. You have to intentionally, strategically work on that goal. Now, that might not be the season you are leaning into when it comes to revenue. Maybe you're like, listen, I just need to see an extra 4 figures come into my household, and I would be happy. And there is no shame in that game. We all start from somewhere. When I was in my 20s, which is hilarious because when I think about it, when I was in my 20s, I was working at a nonprofit, and I was working and making a little over $20,000 at that nonprofit in my 20s, okay? Before that, I was actually working at IBM before I graduated. And when I graduated, the dot-com bubble burst. All of these big companies were kind of like, ooh, I don't know what to do with the web. So they literally closed the section, I don't know, the department that I was working in for like 2 years. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I always said I love cartoons, I love children, and I love computers. So the IBM thing didn't necessarily translate into that long-term vision for me, but it was a blessing because I had the opportunity to work at a nonprofit. And I was in my 20s. I said, no, no worries, let's do it. However, the income was significantly not what I planned on making graduating IBM, right? Graduating from Columbia University and having worked at IBM, but everything works the way it's supposed to work out, right? Divine right timing. So when I was working there, I was making a little over $20,000, and then I hit 24. I got pregnant, and I was like, okay, I don't want to work full time. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I remember being a Gen X latchkey kid that my mom couldn't go on half of the trips with me, and I didn't want that to be my kid's reality. I wanted to be y'all know Muffin for Moms, right? Daddy Donuts. I wanted to go to and my kid is 19, okay? Both me and his dad, we went to every Muffin's Mom, every Daddy Donut, every trip, every after school whatever. We were there. And that was the reality that I wanted. So I quit my job when I was like 3-4 months pregnant. We moved to North Carolina when he was about 3 months old. And baby, the rest is history. And all of it is what I would say, again, it's not about personality. Because my life is being first generation American, because my family's from the Caribbean, right? Living in New York in a small apartment for a good percentage of that time. So until we moved when I was in 24, I lived in an apartment. Now I own a house. Now we have multiple cars in the driveway. And again, I've been working for myself for 20 plus years. This cohort shares the process and not the perfection. My dear, because trust me, there are ebbs and flows to everything that you do. Nothing is going to come perfectly to you, but I'm here because I want to support you with the things that worked for me so they can work for you. WWW. When I started on my online journey, I used to say to people, you see how WWW stands for World Wide Web? I don't even know if people use the technical term World Wide Web anymore, right? I was like, listen, WWW stands for Wild Wild West. I'm a Gen Xer, okay? I missed the Wild Wild West gold rush. But baby, this is my opportunity to make some serious money. So when the internet became a thing, I made it my thing to figure out how I was going to make that money. That's how my name, Sister Sense, was born, making sense and making money online. Now, I was online looking at stuff like, how do I make money buying diapers? I poop you not. How do I make money? Like when I was in college, when I was at Columbia, I used to do a work study. There's this show called In Living Color, right? And they have this family, this Jamaican family that they had 15 jobs. Baby, that's my legacy. I worked at security. I worked doing tutoring. I worked for the chaplain's office. Anything that I could do. When they were like, you want to do this experiment? You want to do this survey? I was like, okay, that's an extra $50 today. Baby, it was not for play, okay? I have had entrepreneurship in my bones, in my veins for a very, very, very long time, okay? And so I say all of that to say it's something that is incredibly infused in me. And knowing all the things that I know, I want you to be able to move forward with what you want to do. Because I know that y'all are just as obsessed as me with this desire to create a legacy, to build your business, and have the freedom and flexibility to do what you want to do. Inside of my academy this year, we're doing something called the Grow Week, GRO, right? GRO for me stands for Get Rich Online. Not conventional, but your definition of rich. In order to do that, you have to GRO, generate revenue online, real revenue consistently, okay? And then for me, number 3, in order to generate revenue, baby, you have to work on your GRO, your goals, your routines, and offers. So what you're experiencing today, Saturday, is the tail end of our January Grow Week. Because every month there's 1 week where we intentionally work on 7 days of growth in your business, okay? If you ain't in the academy, baby, I'm telling you, it's next level energy right now. And in addition to that, we are doing monthly build-a-thons. So today I did day 1, and then tomorrow is day 2, okay? I'm also doing the 7-figure cohort. I'm doing the 12-week accelerator so that we can intentionally build really good digital products. But see, this is the process for me of intentionally taking my business to the next level. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Do you have your calendar set? Have you built a community yet? Do you have one-time offers, or do you have subscription-based offers? Do you have low-ticket offers? Do you have high-ticket offers? Yes, 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 or no, no, no? Because these are the kind of things that you need fundamentally to grow. By the way, I didn't say this, but make sure that you do 2 things. Number 1, go to Google, create a Google Doc, so docs.google.com, because everything I'm going to drop on you today, I want you to be able to take notes, okay? Those of you who are in the academy, you will get access to the replays and my notes page too, because I want you to be able to have access to everything I'm talking about today. I have a few other things that I might not get to, so those are in the notes as far as things that I am doing this year that are really going to help me maximize my efforts and increase sales. So we are going to dig into things that help you really get clear about the fact that real decisions matter more than flashy tactics. Real decisions matter more. I've seen a lot of people who go online, a lot of women, men too, but a lot of women, men, they go online, they have the flashy cars, they got the big long lace wigs, they got the BBBs, the BBLs, they got all of it. Listen, I'm a humble girl. You see me in my locks wrapped up. I say, y'all can take them BBLs. Give me the BBBs. Big, beautiful bundles, please. I am a very humble woman. And at the end of the day, that's okay for me. Because guess what? I'm still here. And many of those people, they did all the things they needed to do to be flashy, but they could not sustain in this economy. They ain't here no more. I'm still growing up. And I want you to think about what that means for you. No shame, no shade if somebody has to go back to work. But I've never had to do that, knock on wood. I've never had to go back to the 9-to-5 world, right? I've been able to sustain a business, and I want you to be able to do the same thing too. Consistency compounds faster than constant reinvention. Claiming who you are and leaning into that consistently. 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Do it until you know you don't want to do it no more, okay? And then you change lanes. You keep it popping, you keep it pushing, you keep it moving. Love that family in living color. Yes. They were hilarious. They'd be like, they cooking and cleaning, they flight attendants, they were all the things. And baby, I had that same energy, I'd say that. Consistency compounds faster than constant reinvention, and proximity to strategy accelerates learning curves. Success leaves clues. Be about being around the people who are where you are. One of my favorite quotes is, never let somebody who has not been through what you've gone through and has not been through where you're trying to get to have the courage to discourage you. What does that mean? Don't let broke folks with no ambition judge you and tell you wrong or you crazy for doing the things that you're trying to do, because those blessings that God downloaded into you, he didn't give it to them for a reason. And to be honest with you, half of the folks that are telling you don't do it, they don't want you to do it because they don't see the bigger picture, or they don't want you to do it because they want you to stay with them, okay? They're not trying to see you elevate because they scared to elevate. Never let somebody who has never done what you're trying to do have the audacity to discourage you. Come on now, half of y'all going to people who don't know nothing about nothing, telling them what you want, telling them your dreams, and you know they're going to shut them down. They're going to say something that triggers you and puts you in a place to doubt what you're trying to do. People are like, listen, you need to create these larger than life dreams and be so delusional about them that you manifest them and go, oh shit, how the hell did I do that? Right? Right? I'm in a situation where most of my family members, most of my friends have traditional 9-to-5 jobs, whether they're working for the government, and we got the government shut down, so you know how that goes, or they're working for, a 9-to-5 job and they're in the nursing industry, or, doing whatever they need to do to make ends meet. I was an anomaly when I started to do my entrepreneurship journey. I said to my aunt, I was like, I don't really know about this IBM thing. I don't know if the corporate world is for me. And she was like, it's nothing else. Let the money get you up in the morning. Well, that didn't work for me. That didn't work for me. And there are other things that get me up in the morning, right? Or keep me up at night, right? Because this is an opportunity to do what really lights your fire and essentially keeps you doing what you want to do. At the end of the day, I need you to understand that the revenue goals that you have determine which of the following levers you lean into. So what now I'm going to do is to finally, that was your nickname, is to finally lean into these 3 R's. First one is retention. Retention grows revenue without finding new customers. Now, let me tell you something right now. Do you find this economy has made it harder for you to generate revenue? Do you find you're in an economy where getting customers isn't as easy as it used to be? For many reasons. And trust me, I get it. I've been working on different strategies to grow my business. And I've had times where my business has grown exponentially, and I've had times when things have slowed down. Now, this cohort is about me telling some not-so-secret secrets to my tribe. So whether you're in the academy or not, I'm going to tell you something interesting. Last year, the number of new clients that I got, new customers that I got, dropped by about 30%. And I need you to know that I actually ended up making a little more last year with fewer customers than I had the year before. How's that possible? The 3 R's. Now, the thing about it is going through the ebbs and flows of different challenges, I was able to, number 1, sustain, number 2, make more, and then number 3, have the ingenuity to put in place the 7-figure solutions that I'm going to be sharing with the community this year. There are people who lost customers who had to go back to work last year. I saw it with my own eyes. People liquidating and doing all the things. I had, I don't know, somewhere between, like I said, 30%, somewhere a little bit above that, less customers last year than I did the year before, and I was able to sustain. A part of it is this. A part of it. This is not all of it. Retention grows revenue without finding new customers. How many of you are retaining your previous customers? Yes or no? Existing clients already trust your value. Longer relationships increase lifetime customer value. That's a common business phrase, LTV, lifetime value. It's funny because today, when I was talking to you guys, a lot of you have worked with me for a long time, 5 years, 10 years, over 15 years. Community and continuity drive retention. I asked you a minute ago, I said, what are you doing in your business? Do you have an established community? Do you have a range of low-ticket and high-ticket offers? Consistent offers keep clients engaged over time. So what does that look like for you? Are you struggling with retention? Are you struggling with creating a space where you're not always chasing new, but you have a community of true fans and customers who consistently invest in you and your offers? There's someone online, he's called Kevin Kelly, and if you look up his framework, it's called True Fans. Do you guys know it? He basically said that if you have true fans and you get 1,000 people to pay you $1,000 each, do the math, right? And I thought, wow, that formula is pretty solid, right? And correct me on those numbers if I need to be corrected, but I'm pretty sure it's 1,000 people paying you $1,000. But it's been a while. Look up his framework, Kevin True Fans. It's all about setting a particular goal for yourself and working towards it. Do you have true fans? People that consistently pay for what you have to offer. Now, I'm going to pause for a second because I want to take you to my AI Profits dashboard. That is where we are doing the 2-day build-a-thon. That's where you got your call-in details for today, okay? Because I want to show you something that I definitely want you to take advantage of as we go through these strategies, okay? Let me do a quick power pause so I can take you over there. Okay, ChatGPT, you are my CC, as you know, my AI-powered clarity coach, and I'm currently doing a 7-figure circle training with the ladies who dared to hang out with me this evening. So I want to do 2 things. I just mentioned Kevin Kelly and his True Fans framework, and I gave them the formula, but I want to make sure that it's accurate. So tell me that formula again, and how many true fans and how much money do they spend annually with you for you to generate X revenue, number 1. But before you do that, number 2, can you give a positive word for the ladies who have dared, whether they are here with me in the States or all the way on the other side of the world, to hang out with me as part of this 7-figure circle tonight, working on building their best businesses? So give me a quick message for them, number 1, and then answer my question, number 2. All right, y'all, I want to make sure that I give you the right formula. So why not ask my CC GPT? All right, so let's see. Absolutely, CC here. A word for the women in the 7-figure circle tonight. Are y'all ready? Ladies, pause for a second and really let this land. The fact that you showed up matters. You chose clarity over comfort. You chose building over scrolling. You chose long-term vision over short-term distraction. Whether you're sitting in the U.S., across the ocean, or somewhere in between time zones, tonight proves something important. You are already acting like a woman your future business requires. 7-figure businesses aren't built by people who wait until they feel ready. They're built by women who dare to be in the room, ask better questions, and stay in the work even when it's inconvenient. So give yourself credit. You belong here, and tonight, work compounds. Yes. I'm telling you, you don't chat GPT like me. Kevin Kelly, True Fans. So listen, Kevin Kelly's original concept of 1,000 true fans is simple and powerful. You don't need millions of followers. You need a small group of true fans who consistently support your work. The core formula is as follows. A true fan is someone who buys everything or almost everything you release, number 1. That beehive, right? Like, oh, my girl, don't talk about my girl, right? That kind of super fan, right? Supports you year after year, actively values your work enough to invest repeatedly. How many of you have true fans? Most of y'all are my true fans. You're about ride or die, right? Your original math. Okay, so here it goes. Forgive me. I think I gave you the wrong numbers, but it was close. 1,000 true fans. Each fan spends $100 per year, and that equals $100,000 per year. And for a lot of entrepreneurs, they are trying to get to six figures. But the reality is that in this economy, baby, you need at least $250,000 to feel like you're doing something, right? To feel like it's hitting. Because them six-figure goals, it's funny, I had a training last week, and I said, listen, them six-figure goals is like a thong. It ain't covering much no more. It ain't covering you the way it used to, right? You need them grandma panties. That you need that big abundance money, honey, so that it covers you through and through, now and forevermore, right? So, if you want to go with the original math of 1,000 true fans, $100, yay, okay. But then you need to think about other ways to diversify. So updated scenarios on true fans. I love it. I love it. I'm not going to kind of go through these, but I will share them with you. With the key takeaway being 7 figures is not about more people. It's about deeper relationships, clearer offers, and consistent value. Do you find any of those keywords is a challenge for you? Deeper relationships, clearer offers that convert, consistent value. I wouldn't be here, to be clear, if I didn't offer content, if I didn't offer offers that gave people what they needed to create deeper relationships with them, that were clear, that were no-brainer. I need to go buy that. That created spaces where they felt like they were getting consistent value. You're here maybe because those things resonate with you as far as you and I, our relationship. How can you mirror that with your customers, right? Stop chasing just, I need a new customer. Stop chasing strangers and start serving your people better, right? That's what we need to focus on. And the women in the circle tonight, you're building the kind of businesses that true fans stick with. I always say you want to get unstuck so your success can stick, okay? I want you to really take that in today. Now, next thing that I want to do is mosey on over to the dashboard, okay? So this weekend, I'm doing a 2-day build-a-thon. But I'm be honest with you, these 2-day build-a-thons I'm doing, they're happening every single month. So scroll to the bottom, check out the dates for the next one so that you can be a part of them, okay? That's the first thing, number one. Number two, you're going to see a lot of things here. The replays, so this is going away in a couple of hours unless you have access to the VIP, okay? So watch the replays from today if you don't have those. We also have prompts. And here are a few prompts that I've put together for you. Let me actually refresh real quick. Okay, let's scroll back down to the prompts, baby, so that you can see. One of those prompts is this one right here. Confused to clear. If you feel like you're struggling right now or you're confused about something in your business, you can copy this prompt. You can put it into ChatGPT, or if you prefer Claude or Lovable, so that you can get clear about where the confusion is in your business right now, number one. Number two, the next thing that you can do is utilize the Check Your Challenge Deep Dive prompt. You have to unlock it. You got to get access to VIP, okay? Those of you in the academy have VIP automatically, right? But that is going to really give you a deep dive so that you can think about what your challenges are and unblock them. So whether you're just hanging out with me for free 99 or you got VIP access, I wanted you to be aware of these prompts because getting clear is going to help you move the needle so that you are where you need to be. Okay? That's the first thing. Now, there are some other prompts that we're going to be leaning into tomorrow, but one of those that I want to share with you today is the revenue clarity, okay? So this is a space where you can, using, again, ChatGPT or another platform, think about your fears, your doubts, your blocks, and what's holding you back as far as your revenue goals are concerned. There is a starter prompt and there's a deep dive prompt so that you can really lean into your challenges and concerns, number one, and then these strategies that I'm sharing with you, number two. And we'll have an opportunity to look at these prompts in a bit, but I just kind of wanted to share where this is with you. This is the our AI Profits Build-a-thon, the dashboard page, okay? How do you get to the dashboard page? Click the email that got you here. And basically, that's where the dashboard is, right? So let's keep on keeping on. Oh, let me do this. Let me share with you guys who are in the Academy something real quick, okay? Okay, so for those of you in my Academy, one of the first things you get access to is this, our hub. I built this hub using AI, number one. Number two, the ladies who are in my Academy at the Accelerate and Elevate level have direct access to me, and we are building pages with AI. So creating your own Academy or membership area, creating your own dashboard like this one if you plan on doing ongoing trainings or challenges with your audience, creating sales pages, creating admin pages, creating web apps. We're doing all of that. And at the focus level of the Academy, which is having access to our monthly group trainings, I will teach you the fundamentals, but building for you, that's what I'm doing with those of you who are in Accelerate and Elevate, right? Now, when you're in the Academy, you're going to see a couple of things in the What's New section. Number one, I do have a partner program so that my Academy members can gain a $100 commission for referring their friends and business besties to the program. And then number two, I have the latest Build-a-thon here. So when you click the link inside of the Academy, automatically you'll be able to unlock all the prompts and all the resources in every single section. So if you're just hanging out and you're in the dashboard, and it's Linda joined like a few minutes ago, so that was interesting. And so it says yesterday, but she actually joined a few minutes ago, so I need to fix that. One of the cool things that I've integrated into building websites with AI is all these cool features that normally I would have to pay like other platforms for. There's like a social proof platform. When people buy your stuff, it shows it on the screen. It's like $100 a month. I don't need it. My AI made me one, right? Being able to put all of these cool things and interactive things on pages and set it up in a couple of minutes versus months, AI is amazing, right? And so if you have unlocked the Academy, you can copy and paste all these goodies, right? In particular, when you take a look at day number 2, the Ready for Revenue clarity prompts, we're going to lean into some of these, especially for those of you who missed my training earlier. You'll have the opportunity to work on some of these with me tonight, all right? Thank you, Anissa. You are dropping all the formulas in the virtual building. So 1,000 at 1,000, that's that 2 commas, right? That's that million right there. So think about if you had 1,000 people buy a $1,000 offer from you, the kind of revenue that would work, right? That would be amazing, right? How do we gain VIP access? Again, hopefully that makes sense, but definitely let me know. So when you're here, right, let me scroll down real quick because that's a great question. There are 2 options for you. Literally right now, you can get VIP access to the AI Profits experience. I mentioned to you that I'm doing one of these build-a-thons every single month, and you can hang out with me live. But if you want the replays and all the goodies, for $67 right now, you can pay for that. That gives you access to 4 build-a-thons. The one that I'm doing now in January, the one that I do in April, July, and October. So 4 of the 12 that I do, you get access to them. Right now it's $67. It's not going to be this price tomorrow. It's going up, okay? Regular price is $197 for the VIP pass. Now, the other access is for the Academy. The Academy is $1,000 for the year. At the focus level, at the Accelerate and Elevate level, I literally have the opportunity for ladies to join. And normally Accelerate is $6,000 and Elevate is 12,000. Those numbers are higher than they were last year because guess what? I know more, so my stuff goes up. So I have space, though, for ladies to join Accelerate at 4,000 and Elevate at 8,000. And if you're curious about that, you can check in. The base level of the academy is Focus. You get access to all the virtual trainings that I do. Plus, you're going to get 3 one-on-one sessions with me. There's a fast action bonus. So instead of paying $1,000 or $997, you would be paying $697 for the reduced rate, okay? If that is something that you want to do, those are the price points available to you. Rashida, she joined this week, which was awesome. She joined 4 days ago. And so I do have ladies joining the academy at pretty much every single level between Focus, Accelerate, and Elevate. The academy is awesome, but I wanted to make sure that there's something for everyone. And if you just want access to the VIP pass that gives you 4 of our build-a-thons, great. The full academy pretty much gives you the build-a-thons plus everything else that we're doing in the circle, okay? Great questions, by the way. If you have any more, feel free to check in with me when you scroll through this page because, baby, there's a lot on this page. There's a lot on this page. So let's work through these 3 R's. Let's work on these prompts and see the kind of clarity that you can gain from what we do tonight, all right? So the next thing that I want you to think about when it comes to this conversation around retention is understanding that when you are able to retain your customers, that reduces the pressure to constantly sell. It's kind of like, think about it, the bills that you have. You're consistently paying those bills because they retain you, baby. Your favorite grocery store that you probably go to at least once a week. You are a retained customer. So thinking about your community and continuity and how you can drive retention in that space, being in a place where you have consistent offers that keep clients engaged over time, you want to work for or work towards your 4, 5, 6, or even 7-figure goals, the retention factor, that's going to be your first lever to pull. Bam, okay? Now, some clients stay because, you know what, you keep showing up. You keep showing up. You cannot be a booty call marketer. And you know what a booty call is. You can't ghost folks and then show up at 2 o'clock in the morning, please, baby, please, baby, please, buy my $7 ebook. No, don't work that way, okay? And don't be mad if I'm talking about you. You know what you're doing, and you know what you need to do. You need to stay consistent with showing up with your people. So it's funny, I had to put this in here. I literally had to update my slides because today, and Monique is going to chuckle, when I said, y'all, how long have you been with me? How long have you known me? Monique was like, girl, 2017. Like, feel free, by the way, if you remember what year you and I connected, feel free to drop it in here, right? That's almost 10 years. Retention is built through consistency and not pressure. Ongoing offers keep relationships active and evolving. So I need you to think about, do you have monthly touch points that matter to you, that you're consistently showing up and checking in with your audience? I say if you want them to check out your checkout page, you better check in more. Retention creates predictable revenue over time. So let me show you something real quick, if you don't mind. We're going to get to these things in a second, but let's go back to the academy real quick if that's still there. We did several things this week as part of our Grow Week, right? So we're working on your growth goals every single month. One of the things that we talked about is setting your intentions. So there is a set your intentions prompt. And you know what? If you guys want, I will put the set your intentions clarity prompt in the bonus area so you can get that one because that was a good one. But let me know which one, okay? So there are 3 prompts that when it comes to working on your revenue goals are really solid outside of what I'm already giving you, right? So one is setting your intentions. Another one is setting your top priority 3 tasks for the week, month, quarter, and year. Another one that's really solid is creating your calendar. And that's an opportunity for you to think about what you want to do what you want to launch, what you want to happen in your community, whether it be for 3 months, 6 months, or the entirety of the year. So if any of those sounds interesting to you, vote for me. Those of you who are live, and I'll take one of those and put it in the bonuses. So let me talk about that real quick. So if you come to our Build-A-thon page, y'all have bonuses. Some of them are free, and then some of those are for you in VIP. So there are quite a few bonuses here. And I said a surprise bonus is coming soon. So you might help me choose one of those prompts as the surprise bonus. But we will see. Okay? So let's keep on keeping on. Reactivation, hidden revenue. Reactivation focuses on warm, familiar relationships. When was the last time you reached out to past customers? Because guess what? The easiest person to sell to is somebody who already bought from you. Incomplete conversations hold revenue. Who said something to you in an email a month ago before the holidays completed, and you were like, oh my gosh, there's so much things going on in the holidays, and you should have responded by now? Strategic check-ins outperform cold outreach. Why are you obsessing over going viral on TikTok when you have people that you can follow up with and reactivate? Because reactivation supports short-term cash flow goals. If you're like, listen, LaShonda, I need $5,000 this week, did you reactivate any old clients if you have them? Clear offers make reactivation feel natural. I'm just saying, one of the things that we did this week is we worked on a 48-hour cash infusion prompt. I did a 2-hour training on how to go from sales slump to sales surge, and I created some power prompts to go with that so you can figure out where you're struggling in your sales and how over the course of 48 hours you can work on that. Every day during the Grow Week, we do something intentional. Yesterday was Friday Focus, and we do co-working sessions during Friday Focus. So me and some of the awesome ladies in the academy, we spent about 90 minutes focusing on what they wanted to, and some of them did. I know Elizabeth did the cash flow infusion prompt, right? So I need you to think about that. Do you need to work on retaining people? Do you need to work on reactivating people? Old clients are often your best next buyers. Keep in mind that reactivation starts with checking in and not selling. You're just like, hey, it's been a minute. Are you still interested in? There's actually this thing called the 9-word email. Look it up, right? And it's like, are you still interested in fill in the blank? And it's like, leave it alone. Leave it alone and have them check back in with you. Past conversations didn't fail. They paused. Unpause them. Personalized invitations give you an opportunity to reopen doors without pressure, and cash flow can come from familiar relationships. Reactivation brings new money from trusted connections. Trusted connections. Literally, some of you have $5, $10, $15, $20,000 sitting on the table for you, and you haven't grabbed your money because you're not retaining and or reactivating previous clients the way you need to. You're just blinders on, focused on new. I'm just saying. Referrals. Referrals grow businesses through trust transfers. Warm introductions convert better than cold leads, right? When somebody goes, ooh, you need to check out LaShonda. She got something good for you, a baby. I've literally had people drop thousands of dollars to work with me, literally in like a day or two. Didn't know me from nobody, but they were referred to me. And because they trusted the person who referred them to me, they didn't have to blink. They didn't have to think. They knew they were ready. How hard, how long does it take you to convince somebody who doesn't know you to purchase something from you, especially if you feel like you have no credibility, or if it's a situation where you're trying to compel people to buy from you, but let's be honest, you don't know how to, right? It can be hard. So understand the value of referrals creates warm introductions, with trusted people on both ends that convert better than leads. And a simple referral system can outperform complex programs. Let me tell you something. I don't know if you hear me say simple a lot in this conversation, but I'm always like, KISS, KISS, keep it seriously simple. Do you realize that you don't have to do all the crazy shit that folks are doing to spend a ridiculous amount of money on ads or to try to become the next TikTok or Instagram sensation? Now, I'm not saying those things don't help people, but not the average person, especially when you don't have the bandwidth capacity or, honestly, the ingenuity, the ability to do half of them things when you don't need to if you lean into KISS, KISS, keep it seriously simple, and do the tried and true things. Remember, I said to you, I'm still here. I'm still here. Partnerships leverage existing communities, right? I literally created an opportunity for the ladies in my academy because it's so funny. In the last couple of days as I've been doing trainings, I've had so many blessings, people coming on the trainings and giving me some amazing testimonials. So obviously I'm transcribing them and updating them on the site, right? Number one. But then number two, on top of those amazing testimonials, it's been an opportunity for me to go, you know what? Invite your friends to the academy. Every person that you invite, that's $100 for you. Invite 3 friends, 300. 10 friends, 1,000. Right? Creating a partnership. Think about all of these businesses that you look at online and your mouth is watering. One of my favorite examples is Redbox, right? Where you can go and you can get, you go to like CVS, you go to Walmart, there's a Redbox. You go to Target, there's a Starbucks, right? You go to your local supermarket, half of them have a Starbucks in them. Why? Because they're like, why buy real estate in some random place where I can go where the traffic already is? You want to buy some sort of streaming DVD or something? Well, buy it from the Redbox when you go to your local pharmacy. How intentionally are you creating partnerships, either creating them or taking advantage of them, so that you're getting referrals? Or are you the only one promoting you? Are you doing all the heavy lifting on your own? I need to let you know you cannot sustain if you do it alone. You need referrals. Let me talk to you about referrals in action real quick. Referrals happen when people trust your work. It just works. Pam Perry. Pam is my a sister from another mister. I'm born May 26th. Pam is also born May 26th, but we're 20 years apart. So I'm 45, she's 65, right? And sometimes we celebrate together, right? Even though we don't live in the same location, we celebrate together virtually, right? And Pam has referred a lot of people to me. She actually found me online. She's one of my Y2K days. Like when she was trying to figure out some things in her business and entrepreneurial journey, she found me. And eventually, being amazing at what she does, she grew exponentially, and we started to work together as business besties. Her company is about media and marketing, right, and gaining exposure, right? And so when she works with a lot of her private clients and they need web work, graphics, branding, she sends them to me. She sent Erica to me. Erica is actually one of the lovely ladies who recently joined the academy. I built a website for Erica about 3 years ago. She came back to me this year. No, excuse me, because this year just started. She came back to me at the end of last year and said, LaShonda, I need a website. But I'm working solo, and there's all these things I need help with. I said, girl, I got you. I'll build a website for you, and I think you should be in my academy too. So she joined at the Accelerate level so that I could support her in the website, but also offer online coaching support and all the things, right? Pam referred Erica. Pam also referred one of my awesome male clients, because I do work with males. Dexter is in real estate. And Pam referred him to me. I built quite a few of his online media pieces. I built several digital products for him. I helped him self-publish his own branded real estate glossary. I helped him self-publish his own branded signature magazine series. And he recently said, okay, LaShonda, I have this new digital product project. Let's do it. He comes back to me at least twice a year. And you know what? I always say, create something so good that folks come back and they bring their friends. So Dexter's godson reached out to me last year and said, listen, he's my godfather, and I've been struggling with different companies to self-publish my own children's books. Can you help me? I said, I got you. Let's do it. So I helped him work on 3 self-published book projects. I did all the AI artwork for it, and he was referred to me. LaVon, as amazing as she is, we've worked together for years. I can't remember who referred LaVon to me. However, she referred several people to me, including Carol last year, who joined my 1-year program, and Lucina. Lucina's been in my program for 2, going on 3 years now. They were all referred to me through LaVon. I need you to understand speaking engagements, summits, interviews, and your customers and clients recommending you to other people are referral paths. How often do you speak on other people's platforms? How often do you either host your own summits or go out and be a part of other people's in-person conferences, virtual summits, podcast interviews, media interviews? How often do you do those things? Earlier in today's Build-A-thon, I talked about one of the lovely ladies in my circle, Simona, and she was like, oh my gosh, LaShonda, there's this virtual experience that Elizabeth is doing. Elizabeth is awesome. Elizabeth Goddard, she lives in the UK, right? Got a couple of business besties in the UK, like my girl Donia in the building, right? And she was like, oh, she's doing this great thing. You need to be a part of it. So I pitched my pitch. I was able to participate in that. I, as Energy Works, had a clarity call with a new client on Wednesday, this past Wednesday. And she was like, before our call, I needed to figure out how I found you. She said, you were on Elizabeth's summit or experience back in 2024. She was like, you were talking about creating your own brand magazine and different digital products that I've never heard anybody talk about, and I knew I needed to stay connected to you. She joined my community in 2024. Fast forward, now she's like, LaShonda, I need you to build me a website. I need to get coaching from you. I need all of it, right? Referrals in action. I need you to think about how proactive you are at generating referrals, because they compound when the relationship is nurtured. One of the things I talk about is the $5 click to the $5,000 client. Literally, I have an example of a client, and let me actually take you over to the page so I can show you the timeline, okay, of how this thing works like gangbusters. But you have to know how to work it. So number one, as you can see, there are lots of pages that I've created here, and all of these I built with AI, right? So if you want to work on building your AI pages, baby, you need to stick with me. Let me take you to one of my pages real quick. So number one, I want to lean into sharing the timeline with you, right? So let me see if I can find it, because I know it's on one of these pages. So I had to open up a bunch of them. So yes, okay. So $5 click to $5,000 client. So one of my clients, Karen, in 2024, okay, she bought a $5 offer from me. She bought that product. And then in 2024, September, she upgraded to a $97 offer. At the time, I was selling my Fresh Start program, and there were multiple levels. She took it at the $97 level, okay? Then in 2025, she joined my Insider Circle 12-month program, 10 payments of $55, $550 total. She got to take advantage of a reduced rate promotion that I was doing at that time. So she joined at the focus level, and then in August 2025, we had a private call. And she said to me, first of all, I need you to know that me having the opportunity to get into your program at the price that I did was truly a blessing for me. And she said, okay, I need to get more help. I need more support. And we had a session. She was like, okay, this is it. I'm ready. We did that session. She was like, I'm ready. And this was in August. I don't have my program open in August. However, literally the week I spoke to her, I also spoke to Carol, who was referred to me by Levon. And so I said, okay, Carol, you definitely need help right now, so I'm going to let you get into the academy in August, even though I don't normally open it. And she did. So when I spoke to Karen, I was like, I just had somebody join the academy. If you want to join, she's like, absolutely, absolutely. A $5 click for a small offer. I think she bought something on like how to create your digital products with free tools or something, right? And a digital product that I can't even tell you how old that thing is. It's evergreen, though, the kind of content that is just priceless and works consistently because the strategies are not time specific, right? And you can do this, but you have to think about how well you are retaining customers, how well you are reactivating customers, how well you are getting referrals, right? So I want you to think about this. I activated her as a new customer back in 2024 with a $5 offer. I retained her in 2 ways. Number one, just consistently checking in and offering different offers. The things that I offered between January and September weren't necessarily hits for her, but guess what? When she saw Fresh Start, she was like, it's time, right? And then when she invested a few months later into the program, paying $55 a month consistently, that was retention. Retention comes in the form of people paying for different things throughout the year or for a certain thing in installment payments. This is retention. And then you being able to take them through ascension. Ascension is when they go into your premium experiences, right? So like Dee, working on different offers, creating the premium offer, offering it for $2,000, getting people to take those higher ticket offers, even when you think they ain't going to buy that, and then they do and completely shock you. Do you have a $1,000 offer, a $5,000, a $10,000 offer? Because guess what? If 10 people take you up on a $4,000 offer, that's $40,000. How many of you could be like, yeah, I could use $40,000 right now? If you get 10 people to buy that premium offer, or if you even get 10 people to buy a $1,000 offer and you make $10,000 this month. But are you prepared for that? Do you have the things in place for you to be able to achieve that? See my girl Tiffany, she's been in the academy and she reactivated recently. So there are quite a few ladies who they were in the program for a couple of years and then they rejoined this year, or new people that joined on some level. Linda just joined the VIP AI Access. Afi reactivated. Afi's been with me for years. Linda joined today. She was a part of our day one Build-A-thon. She joined the VIP Access for AI Profits. And so you guys can do this, number one. And number two, you don't necessarily have to, out of the gates, have a $10,000 offer. Literally, somebody can buy a $5 offer from you and then turn into a $5,000 client. It happens with me all the time. But I have a value ladder. I have a journey for people to go through. Is that something that you need to lean into? Now, I want us to do a couple of things, okay? I want us to do a couple of things. You still there? You good? Say good. Say good. Number one. Number two, those of you who are here, which of those R's do you need to work on? Do you need to work on retention, reactivation, referrals? Which of those? Let's do it. Let's work on them. So number one, when you go to the Build-A-thon page and you go to prompts, here's where you find what you need. If you're confused about your business right now, you're confused about your vision, you don't know which one, somebody said all three, I got you, all three. If you're confused on some level, do the confused to clarity prompt. If there's something that is challenging you, you can do the deep dive prompt number 2. If you're in a space, right, and let me come here actually because I don't want to confuse you. Let me come to the main page, okay? the main page. So the main page looks slightly different because there are starter prompts that you get access to, and then there are the VIP ones that you have to unlock, okay? So the idea here is this. If you want to work on any of these, they're here, whether you unlock them or not. In particular, the confused to clear starter prompt from day one. Day two, you guys are getting an opportunity to kind of lean into that tonight with me, right? So I would say the revenue clarity starter prompt so that you can work on your annual goals and getting honest feedback around what's blocking you and what you need to do to move forward. Then you can unlock, if you want to, the revenue roadmap deep dive, if you want to. So whichever those you want, grab them. I'm going to grab the starter prompt. I'll show you the deep dive in a second, but I'm going to grab the starter prompt. I'm going to put it into ChatGPT, and if you're not familiar with how I ChatGPT, you'll be able to see, okay? What's great about this is either you can automatically open it in ChatGPT, or you can copy it, put it in Claude or Gemini if you prefer one of those AI platforms, okay? So let's do it to it. I'm going to come here. I'm going to open a new chat. I'm going to pop the prompts in and then hit enter, okay? So it's basically going to start this prompt for me. Question number 1. What is your annual revenue goal for this year? Say the number, okay? So this is going to give me an opportunity to gain clarity, okay? So I'm going to do these questions, and then I'll pause at some point so that I can be quiet and you can work on yours. But again, I'm just going to show you how I do it. You can type, but I like to turn on the microphone and talk, okay? Okay, that's a great question. So let's talk about it. Right now, I'm doing a training where I'm actually going through this prompt with the ladies virtually who are hanging out with me. So when we talk about these numbers, I'm actually going to give you 2 numbers, okay? So 1, my goal, baby, is a 7-figure year, okay? So that's my actual annual revenue goal, okay? We're in January. I'm trying to get to a millionaire year, okay? Now, here's another number. I want to be able to do this starter prompt as an opportunity to really help my entrepreneurial women gain clarity. So can we do this and both work on the big goal for me, but then a starter goal for everybody, 6 figures? So if my annual goal was 6 figures, I'll answer questions and we'll do a combination of the 2. Just for you, right? Just for you, I'm going to do a combination of the 2. Yes, we can absolutely hold both. I'm hearing this clearly. 1 million, then we have the clarity goal. When you say those numbers out loud, 6 figures and 7 figures, what emotions come up for you right now? 7 figures is scary, but it's what I'm manifesting. So that's the emotion, right? And sometimes there's whispers in the back of my mind that are like, yeah, no, you're not getting there. I said, baby, even if I get to half of there, that is somewhere that I want to be, okay? When it comes to 6 figures, I think for me, what emotion? I guess calm. I mean, just being in a place where I've been doing my business for 20 years, so 20 plus years. So when you're working on, that's like the average entrepreneurial goal, right? 6 figures. Being at a place of calm and something sustainable, I guess. I don't know if those are emotions, but that's how I'm going to answer. Thank you. Question 3. What fears, doubts, or struggles do you associate with reaching those goals, especially 7-figure? Okay, so I shared this with the ladies this morning because I did a training this afternoon. And I said, when it comes to the 7-figure goal, my biggest fear is that in another CC session, and this was a session I did last year. One of the recommendations is I need CEO time, right? I need CEO time to intentionally focus on the 7-figure vision and all the very specific things I need to do. But with my busy schedule, baby, being mommy, doing my work, doing client work, it's hard to set aside that CEO time to really say that I'm obsessively working on that goal. So I guess that's a concern and that's a struggle for me. There may be other ones that I don't see. As far as the 6-figure fears, doubts, struggles, let me go back to the back of my brain before I hit 6 figures for the first time. And being in that place, the fear was, how the hell do I do that? The fear was, everybody's telling me to raise my prices. How do I do that? The fear was, everybody is outpassing me. They're selling stuff that is way more expensive than me. Everybody is telling me they don't understand how I sell $7 and $47 offers. You know, fear and frustration around those things, right? And then at the time thinking, why will they pay those people, you know, for high ticket, or they'll give them thousands of dollars, why won't they give me those things? So, you know, just kind of going back in my mind to think about those previous fears and doubts. Now, you can type, but it's so much better when you talk. I don't know if anybody can relate, but those are some relations, right? What do you believe is currently blocking you from hitting those goals? I can say in the past, like the things that I just mentioned were blocking me, not having high ticket offers, me just getting in my own way, because I would say shit like, well, I can't afford to pay somebody $10,000. Who's going to pay me that, right? Or I'm not a certified, oh my God, I used to say that all the time. I'm not a certified coach because everybody had certifications and licenses. I can't say that I'm a coach. I can't claim that status. What were some other things I said back then? I don't want to. I don't want to do coaching. I didn't want to get on the line and talk to people. I refused to do that for many years. I was like, I don't want to do that. There were a lot of things I didn't want to do, but I'll name those few. What do you feel like is currently blocking you from hitting those goals now? Beyond the CEO time, volume, I mean, that's a big one. I really don't want to, and I'm not a diabetic. I don't have the damn bandwidth to be on TikTok and Instagram every day, okay? I do a lot of organic marketing, and so it's going to take a lot of getting out of my comfort zone, a lot of paid ads, a lot of bigger deals and partnerships and things that I have on the agenda, and merging some of those tried and true things that have helped me to get to this point, plus some new things that I'm breaking into. Definitely some things that I could see as blocks, but not unblockable, if that makes sense. Blocks that are not unblockable, right? So, okay. It's going to ask me a couple more questions, and that is totally fine. But guess what? This is not about me. This is about you. So what I want you to be able to do is take this time to copy one of those prompts and put it into ChatGPT, number one. Let me know which one, by the way, you're going to work on. If you're going to work on this one, that's totally fine. And like I said, you can also take the opportunity to upgrade to Academy or VIP while you have that at a reduced rate, and unlock them prompts, because, baby, it is about the evolution for me, growing your business month by month, and I want to be able to help you throughout that entire experience. So let's power pause. I'm going to mute myself, but I'm still here. I'm just going to be talking through these prompts and then giving you an opportunity to do the same thing too, okay? Before I do that, let me just kind of check the chat and see what you guys are saying to me. I need to book a call. Awesome. Check in. Send me an email. We can definitely work on making that happen. Anyone who needs to book a call, you can definitely do that. You can go to, you can email me, or you can go to sistasense.com/clarity calls as well, but email me. Let's talk. You can send me a voice message right now. You can go on any of those websites, click the gray tab on the right, send me a voice message, right? So I think I have used up all my voice message minutes because I have so many of them. But I'm going to clean that up between now and tomorrow. So if you want to send me a voice message, you can. All right, so let's do it. Power pause, answer your prompts, answer those questions, and I'm going to do the same thing on my end. So we did a power pause just to kind of give you an opportunity to reflect on any of the prompts that I gave to you, all right? Anyone want to unmute and let me know what that experience was like? I'd love it. And or enter into the chat and tell me what you got. Yay, yay. I know it's late, but give me that. It's late. I'm all about my money, honey energy, right? That win energy that I know you got in you. I'm going to keep talking, so feel free to interrupt me if you choose to, okay? As we do that, I will tell you I did the two prompts, the starter prompt and the deep dive prompt. After the starter prompt, these were the results, okay? It said your revenue goal. You have one true revenue goal, 7 figures, $1 million. The 6 figures is not your goal, but it's a teaching lens. So because I wanted to do both of them, right? 6 figures, like I said, is very common. So you're modeling how to anchor into the reality without shrinking the dream. The emotional reality behind the numbers. 7 figures feels expansive and scary in a healthy way. Not because you doubt your ability, but because you know it requires a higher level of intentional focus. The fear isn't, can I do this, but it's, can I consistently make space to think and move like the CEO this goal requires? What's the tension? You know what works. You know how to make money. You also know what 7 figures can't build only in the cracks of the business. I always tell you guys, you can find a way or find an excuse, but you cannot do both. You have to intentionally focus on the things you want to happen, right? So it's not a mindset problem. It's a structure and priority problem. What these prompts are going to do is help give you clarity into where you are falling through the cracks. And it's not a situation where you're going to use these prompts like regular ChatGPT, right? Where you ask it a question, it gives you an answer, and it's surface level. These are guided experiences where literally CC is your coach. She's asking you questions and helping you get to the clarity that you need, and it's completely personalized. Everyone is going to get what they need because they're going through the experiences, the challenges, the desires, the goals that are specific to you. So what you've already proven, there are some things that are not up to debate, right? You sustained a business for 20 years. You've crossed the 4, the 5 to 6 figures. You know how to retain customers, right? Let's reframe that this is what you need to hear. I'm not blocked from a 7-figure year because I lack strategy. I'm slowed because I can't consistently protect the CEO level thinking, right? And this is raw. This is real. It's not a flaw, but it's a design issue. 7 figures doesn't require you to be everywhere or to chase every platform. It does require fewer priorities, cleaner decisions, and more protected vision time. This matters because you're teaching them how to tell the truth about the numbers. Notice the emotional response and identify what actually needs to shift, right? This is not about faking it to make it. You're not trying to impress anybody. You're trying to quietly work on what matters to you and what you realistically need to do to move forward. So keeping the 6-figure vision in mind, I did the deep dive and I said, listen, I'm going to give you my old school LaShonda, what I was scared of, what I was challenged with when I was trying to figure out how the hell to break 6 figures. Let's deep dive. And we did it. So after the deep dive, took a couple of minutes. In under 10 minutes, you can work on this. If you want to go deeper, 15, 20 minutes. Really, it can be as long as you want it to be, right? But you're going to walk away with clarity. So you just saw the starter prompt. Let's take a look at the deep dive prompt. So number 1, I got a revenue reality summary. Okay, so $100,000 a year, 6 figures. Baseline, you need baseline revenue. Okay, that's how much I was bringing in at the time when I was working on that goal, 4,000 to 5,000. Okay, so peak months, At the time, I had a couple of peak months between 10 to 15, but on average, I was bringing in about 4 to 5, right? Workload for that 4 to 5, I was working some long-ass days. And I was in a space where it was more so survival than stabilization, right? So I talked about the different things that I was selling at the time, mainly my web design services. While I do still build websites, I don't do them as much as I used to because my business model has definitely changed over the years. But small graphic projects, low-ticket digital products, affiliate income, these are the things that sold, right? The math, why it felt so hard. To hit 1,000K, you need 8,000, a little over a month, right? And at an average of $1,250 a web project, that would have required seven web clients per month. I was not getting that, nor did I want that. I did not have the capacity to build 7 websites a month at the time. Why? Because I was already working 12 plus hours doing a whole bunch of other stuff and then some. What a realistic path would look like, 3 realistic ways. So looking at maybe fewer clients, and then maybe services and retainer, services and scalability. So you can see with the deep dive, there is more of a deeper experience where we're looking at not just the blocking, not just what I did and what I can do or how I can think to move forward. That those are the kind of things that you're getting with the starter prompts. With the deep dive prompt, we're looking at, let's really look at these numbers. Let's look at what was working, what wasn't working. Let's look at what could have been better to get you on the path that you wanted to. It's even going to help you get into the 3 R's. Okay, retention, that's repeat clients. Reactivation, weekly, monthly, referrals, right? So strategic guidance, what should have been the focus then? Fewer offers, higher intentional pricing, less grinding, more structure. It's going to tell you what you're missing. And the thing about it is, I say, when you can't ask me, ask CC, right? The average coach, you're putting in hundreds of dollars to work with them for what, 30 minutes or 60 minutes? And you can work with CC 24/7. Because trust me, baby, there's a lot of clarity you can get with CC. In the Academy, I do have a GPT called Get Unstuck with CC. And those of you in the Academy, when you go into our collections, look for the builders and the generator tools. So if I were to go over to GPTs, I've already installed it. I created it, right? You'll see my Get Unstuck with CC GPT, right? And literally, let me ask, hi, can you tell me what kind of sessions we can start today? Before, give me your name. Okay, LaShonda. Today's date, January 10th. Not for very long. 9 o'clock is my bedtime, y'all. I should be asleep right now. Okay, so with Get Unstuck with CC, any day you need help, she's there. You can do guided clarity sessions, cash flow sessions, daily clarity. Now, there are deep dive sessions like business clarity as well. And you can unlock those deeper sessions when you have the code to do so. So those of you in the Academy, you can get access to pretty much all of these deep dive and business clarity included, okay? So I do have very specific prompts that I give you guys when we're working together in sessions, but then you can also always just go into the Get Unstuck with CC to work through that clarity. I also have the Tiny Tool App Builder. The Tiny Tools App Builder is you talking about something you're trying to work on and create. At the end of it, it's going to help you create a prompt that you can put into Canva and create a web application. So for example, I can say, can you explain the different types of builds we can do and also the different types of web apps I can build with you? So if you have the Tiny Tools App Builder, there are 10 types of tools that you can build, right? You choose your type, and then you get started. You can work on, and I'm looking for the list. You can work on creating assessments, quizzes, interactive books, calculators, challenges, different types of forms, games, generators, lists, planners, trackers, and more. Okay, so as I mentioned, those of you who are in the Academy, when you go to the Academy Hub, you're going to go to Collections. There's so much good stuff in here, right? If you go over to, mind you, I created this hub for you and I can't find what I'm looking for. I can't find what I'm looking for. Let me go to Home because there is lots of stuff on this. Okay, Home, it's easy for me. I can go to Builders. All right. So you see that there's the easy ebook builder, simple sales pages, building bundles, creating your $100 winner offer. So the okay, here we go. The Tiny Tools app builder, that custom GPT, get unstuck with CC, they're inside the builders section. Okay, if you're looking for it, those of you in the Academy or those of you who plan to join the Academy. And every month as I add new builders and tools, you get access to them. Plus every month as we do build-a-thons, you get access to those too. Okay? So hopefully those prompts have been helpful to you. I'm going to check the chat to see what you guys are saying to me, and then we are going to wrap up this 7-figure cohort conversation today, okay? Those of you in the Academy, you will see that there's a 7-figure cohort page where you get access to the replays and the notes. There's actually more that I planned on talking about with you today, but literally we have been rocking and rolling for almost 2 hours, and some of y'all don't even live in the States with me, so you need to go to bed, right, if you're not already in bed. And I need to go to bed too, because 9 o'clock is my bedtime. But feel free to unmute yourself if you want to share any thoughts, comments, questions, number one, and I will also check the chat. I do have 1 or 2 more things to say, but we'll be done in about 5 minutes or so. Nearly 3 a.m. here, luckily not at home tonight, so a little more flexible this morning. We'll send a message this week to book a call. Awesome. She's still working on her conversation with ChatGPT. Okay, I see you guys were looking at that. So number one, I want you to think about your 3 R's, number one. Number two, I also wanted you to see, and again, I can't talk about everything today, but I will share a few things with you. I also wanted you to see that I literally built so many beautiful pages with AI. So those of you who are going to be working with me at the Accelerate or Elevate level this year, to be clear, I'm going to help you build what I call your AI digital business headquarters. So think about the kind of pages that you want to have to enhance your business. My Academy Hub is basically where my membership community gets access to the products that I've put together. And the clients who have access to the hub are at the focus level, and that starts at $100 a month or $1,000 for the year, right? And then I have clients at the Accelerate level, which is $6,000, but I do have a reduced rate opportunity just because we started the year for people to get into Accelerate at $4,000, but the main rate is $6,000. And then Accelerate is generally $6,000, and then Elevate is $12,000. But you can get a reduced option if you're serious and you're interested, mainly for those of you who are listening now, okay? Don't come for me. Do not come for me if you're watching this replay a week or a month from now and you're like, ooh, girl, can I get those rates? I'm like, no. Okay? Don't come for me because I only have so many spaces at the Accelerate and Elevate levels of the Academy. But Focus is normally $1,997, but right now you do have the opportunity as part of the Build-a-thon to get in for $697. I'm just saying. So do you want to create your own membership hub, number one? Number two, do you want to work on sales pages? As I said to you, this is my character, Cece. And literally today we worked on AI avatars, and tomorrow we're going to work on AI assets. So if you missed the training where I literally showed you guys how I made CC and how you can go through my prompt and create your own avatar, go watch the training, please. Go watch the replay from earlier today. This entire page with calculators, with all of these cool sections, was built with AI. I integrated some of the testimonials from the lovely ladies who have worked with me for many, many, many years, right? And you might see some of your faces. A lot of my clients are not even in the States, right? Denise lives in Suriname. I've got clients in the UK. I've got clients in Puerto Rico. Once I worked with two business besties, and they were in Switzerland. Baby, location is not an issue for me, okay? Creating sales pages where I can integrate a lot of cool things. I create mock-ups. AI created this mock-up for me. I didn't have to build it, right? So helping you either create or showing you how to create your sales pages. I definitely will be doing a lot of that for those of you who are in the academy, okay? And guess what? I do still build websites. Right now, me and Erica, we're working on her website inside WordPress. I do still build traditional websites, right? But I'm also creating a space to see how I can quickly create landing pages, sales pages, all of these kind of resources with an AI ally and show you how you can do the same thing too, right? Because for me, that's going to help you intentionally grow faster. Money like speed, right? So I want to be able to help you create things where you don't have to ask me or another web designer or techie person to build it for you. You can build it for yourself. My winner circle, this is a hub. This is a lead magnet. I built so many beautiful things in the winner circle. Number one, there is the progress tracker. You can't tell me that thing ain't pretty, right? So as people are going through the trainings in the winner circle, they can go through that tracker experience. As you can tell, a lot of my hubs have different sections, and so they can go to the section, they can participate in the content, and I'm just saying, AI, I need you to add this, I need you to add that, and it's doing what I need to do, right? So I have several hubs. Some of them are paid or some of them are free. This one in particular is a free one, okay? So you want to think about, as I'm showing you these examples, those of you in the academy, what you want to work on with me, and or what you want to just learn how to do by yourself independently. My admin section. So these are all built on one platform. So I can simultaneously say, hey, I need you to update this page and this page and this page for me today, okay? That's just what I can do. So my hub, I built an admin section where all of my generators live. These are web apps that I've built. All of my important files, my pages. When I'm talking to the AI, I'm like, okay, I want to do this and this week. My to-do list is here. All my important documents are here. My photos, when I'm like, okay, listen, I need to use this photo or that photo. Client photos, I have a whole collection of testimonials I put in here so that I have my digital headquarters where when I need to get things done, I tell the AI what to do, and it makes it happen for me, okay? So let me give you an actual real-time example of me going to the AI and literally updating a page, right? I'm going to do two things so I can show you how to do that, number one, and then I'm going to wrap up number two because I want to be able to get y'all out of here and back into sleepy time if that's what you want to do. Okay, so I'm going to do two things. I'm going to go to ChatGPT real quick, only because I like the dictation box, okay? Okay, so I need you to do a couple of things for me. Now, to clarify, I'm not doing this in ChatGPT. Let me just stop this real quick. I just am using the dictation because it's fast, okay? Okay, so I need you to do a couple of things for me. I want to show the ladies how easy it is for you and I to co-create together. So first of all, there's the surprise bonus, right, on the AI Profits Build-A-thon page. The surprise bonus, let's give them the set your intentions prompt, okay? So put it somewhere. Maybe you put it in a section on the Build-A-thon page, and then once they pay for access to the Build-A-thon, they get access to that prompt. That's a bonus, okay? So add that, and that's going to be our surprise bonus. They get the Set Your Intentions prompt. That currently is one of the prompts in the activity section in my academy. Okay, that's number one. Number two, when they unlock that prompt, can you tell them that there are some really good prompts for them literally waiting in the academy. Give them like a short list of some of the activities we have in the academy and a button that they can click on to join the academy. So you see the same button that we have for unlocking the academy on the dashboard. Let's use that same button. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I want you to do the following. I want you to create a page where we call this, what are we going to call this? We're going to call this page Good Morning Girl Boss. Oh my God, I have a series called Good Morning Girl Boss. Inside of the Winner's Circle Hub, create a page called Good Morning Girl Boss. I don't know which of the core tabs you're going to put this in, but here's what you're going to do. They're going to be able to click a number from 1 to 31, and they're going to be able to get a motivational message that kicks off their morning. I also want them to be able to enter their name. So first thing is they enter their name, and then you welcome them and give them their motivational message. Either they can get a random one or they can click one of the numbers and get the motivational message for that day and tell them, hey, it's up to you. Pick today's date and then click the message that is today's date, or pick a random one and I will give you your message. If they want to change the name, they can, but otherwise they can just keep the name there and it stays in cache, or they can update it. Okay, so we're going to work on those 2 pages. Let's do it. Okay, so I have created these pages, number one. Number two, I've spent thousands of dollars and thousands of hours to learn how to do what the hell I do. So can you use these platforms? You absolutely can. However, if you want me to do it with you, I got you. Okay, so if you do want me to help you create your AI assets and your AI pages, your AI digital business headquarters, check in. Okay. So I'm going to do a couple of things. This platform is called Lovable. If you are curious, you can go to sistasense.com/lovable, Lovable. It's a platform that allows you to create pages and web apps to basically vibe code using AI. I don't directly recommend you sign up because it's credit-based, and I have many months I have put well over $500 in that 1 month using it. But when I got better at it, I didn't necessarily have to spend as much. You can get a free account, but you don't want the free one because then everybody can see and access what you're building. You want to pay at least the lowest level, which is about $25. But when you don't know what you're doing, that runs through real quick. Okay, that runs through real quick. So in the Academy, I'm starting off by teaching you guys how to build your apps and pages using Canva, because most of you have Canva, right? Yes? Let me know, yes or no, if you have Canva. But number two, when you're ready to level up, I highly recommend you get Lovable so we can build your pages, your products, your assets, and all of it right here. Okay? But I didn't want to give you that caveat because I don't want y'all to go jump on Lovable and then go, LaShonda, I spent so much money, I don't know what I'm doing. Because it's a process. So when you're in my academy, I'm going to help you with AI mastery, right? Getting better at building better, as I like to say. So the AI is thinking, then it's going to come up with a plan, and then it's going to build my pages. It's 10:02. So let's see how long it's going to take to come up with a plan, update what I want, and then show it to you on the screen. If you got to go, I got you, because it is past my bedtime, baby boo. But if you're curious about this process, let's do it, right? Another thing that I can say to you when it comes to working on your 4, 5, 6, or 7-figure plus goals is you got to be on the cusp of technology. Folks are starting to talk about AI in different ways beyond just asking superficial surface level questions. Folks are starting to talk about using AI to work on hitting your revenue goals. They're just starting to create web apps and tools. And most of them don't know what to do to turn that into revenue. So keep in mind that if you decide to work with me, you're on the side of technology that's leaps and bounds ahead of most people either struggling in this economy or just ready to throw into the towel because they just don't know what to do, right? They're in places where the things that worked before don't work anymore, and they're unsure about their next best step. So whether it be our monthly build-a-thons, the 7-figure circle, or pretty much working with me in the community or privately, I want to make sure that you have all of these resources, me, the community, the academy, CC, to make sure that you're clear about the next natural step for you, okay? So it's 10:03, and it is thinking, and it has come up with an implementation strategy, okay? So in 1 minute, it came up with a strategy for me. It knows exactly what it needs to do. And then at the end, after it's told me the entire strategy, I could read through it, but I trust it. I'm not going to read through it right now. I'm just going to hit implement the plan and then see how long it takes it to update my pages, okay? So it's got a good morning CC message. Love it, love it, love it. It's 10:04 now, so it's been 2 minutes. Implement the plan, okay? I don't know how long it took me to record that message, maybe about 2 or 3 minutes to record the message and then give it to it, right? And now we're 2 minutes, excuse me, 2 minutes in to the AI reading the instructions and implementing the plan, and then I could hit publish. What does this mean for you? This means that if you work with me privately, we're building your AI headquarters foundation. What does this mean for you? This means that sometimes when I'm not with you, you can just go into the AI and say, hey, I need you to create another page that looks like this, or I need you to update these things. And in minutes, not months, you're moving forward. How many of you painfully work on your sales pages, your landing pages, your copy? You're like, I don't know how the hell to do this. And then, or you wait for somebody to take weeks or months to do it for you and give it back to you. And then when you get it, it isn't exactly what you want, right? Money likes speed. Could somebody say that for me? I mean, seriously, money likes speed. Let me show you one of my Elevate clients real quick, because this is the magic for me, baby. Okay, it's 10:06, so we're looking at, 4 minutes for it to get my request, make a plan, and then do what it needs to do. I got something cool to show to you. One of my Elevate clients, we're working on some awesomeness. I helped her create her framework. It's called Bloom. And then we've been working on turning her framework into a 3-part book series so that she can publish that series this year. And so then I took the framework and I pulled out of it a whole hub for her. I'm going to show you that in a second. But first, let's lean into the completion of this implementation plan. Have you guys done any of this before? Using AI to help you create apps or using AI to help you create pages? I'm just curious. Check in via the chat. Is it something that you want to do when it comes to up-leveling your brand and business? Let me know. 10:07, so what is that, 5 minutes? 5 minutes. We should be done in a few minutes. And, you know, it's funny because Dr. E was on my training a few days ago, and she was like, ChatGPT gives me stuff in like seconds. This is kind of long. I said, okay, please take this and put this in perspective. We just built a whole ass web page in 5 minutes, okay? I understand that it didn't shoot out some text like ChatGPT in 30 seconds, but it did a lot in 5 minutes. So please take the 5 minutes into perspective. It's kind of like when you're at a light, right? When you're at the red light and it feels like it's taking forever, and it really translates into maybe a minute, if that much, right? It's like, oh my God, this is so long. Is it really? Is it really? Please put it into perspective. So it's done. It's 10:08. I'm going to hit publish so I can show you what it did. And 10:08 means what? From 10:02, 6 minutes to do what I asked it to do. Now, sometimes it doesn't do it perfectly. The AI does make mistakes. But again, when you know what you're doing, you can fix the mistakes. When you don't know what you're doing, you bleed credits, you spend more money than you need to, and again, it's up to you, right? Nobody has to work with me. You can do this stuff independently. Just like me, you can learn. I had paid about $2,000 or $3,000 to do a whole training on building apps and tools with AI last year, and then I spent the remainder of the year getting really good at it and creating my own prompts and creating my CC so that I could share those things with you. I usually try to take at least a year or so before I hardcore push something because I want to make sure that I've mastered something. It's not like, oh, I learned it in 2 weeks and let me show you how to do this thing I just learned. But, okay, update done. It's 10:09. So first of all, let's go here, right? So if we go to bonuses, it says surprise bonus, right? So if I upgrade or update, if I hit refresh, it should now show me the new bonus in the form of that prompt. Did I tell it if it was for everyone? I didn't. So it's like you have to upgrade to get to set your intentions prompt. I should have said that one is for everyone. So let me do the VIP version of the page. Let's go to here. This one, it will be unlocked. Okay, so let me go down. I will unlock it for everyone, but right now it's just showing for VIP. Let's scroll on down. So see, here's your surprise bonus prompt to reveal, right? So this is the set your intentions prompt. You can copy it and put it into ChatGPT. You didn't see it before because it was locked, but when you get VIP, now it's unlocked, right? So that it did, number one. And then number two, I said, listen, on my winners circle, I want to add the Good Morning Girl Boss. Do I know where it puts Good Morning Girl Boss? I do not. I do not. Where would it put it? I got to go ask. Let me do that real quick because I don't know where it put it. All right, so this is my Good Morning Girl Boss page, and it's got a little sun. How cute is that? It says, what's your name, Girl Boss? LaShonda. Let's go. Look. Pick your day or surprise me. So I am going to, it's the 10th, so I'm going to click on the 10th. And then here's my message. Comparison is a thief. The only competition you have is the version of yourself that didn't try. Today you try, right? You can copy it, you can paste it, you can share it. Let's do surprise me. You are the CEO of your life. Make decisions like a boss. Set boundaries like a boss. Own your power like a boss. I just created a whole little app, right, in 5 minutes. Plus, I updated my website. Could I have done more? I absolutely could have. You can build from scratch. You can improve what you have. There's a lot that you can do. Love that. Thank you. Now, one of my clients, I'm going to talk about 2 clients, and then I'll go back into the slides. So Karen is in my Elevate program. I've worked with Karen for many moons now. Love her to pieces. This image is actually her AI avatar. And when we were doing AI graphics in Midjourney, like maybe 2 years ago, she made this image, and she's been rocking and rolling with it ever since. I think it's been at least 2 or 3 years since she's been using that as her avatar image. So anyway, I did a couple of things. Very similar to what you saw. I said I created a section here where somebody can put in their name. So I put Lavon in because I was doing an example. I'm going to put LaShonda in, right? So similar to what you just saw, it says it's got a word of encouragement, number one. Number two, we worked on her book. So I said, listen, we're going to do an interactive book version of the full book that we'll publish. There'll be a self-published physical version, then there'll be the ebook PDF versions, but web app version, let's do that, right? So this is the first of the 3 series, An Invitation to Becoming, and I took the framework and I took the content, and you can click through the chapters and read it. This is like a traditional ebook, but it's in the form of a web page, and the AI put it together using all the content from her framework that we worked on. So as part of my program, my Accelerate and Elevate clients work with me consistently, right? Cynthia and I, we work together for at least 60 minutes every week at 10 a.m. I think, what time, Karen? Karen has, I think, 8 o'clock, 7:30 or 8 o'clock. That's her standing time. And a lot of times we will do like 3 or 4 hour sessions to just really lean into what she's working on, right? Then I gave her, this is like a demo of a brand hub that can go with the Bloom framework, right? I gave her a page where she can work on an audio series for Bloom, and then people can come here and listen to the audios. Then a challenge, create a Bloom challenge. And then as they go through the challenge, they can check off the things that they can complete and then celebrate, right? And basically use the AI to build all of this. So this is an example of helping a client build out her AI digital headquarters, right? Using the content that she's created. We put in a lot of work to build her framework, and I'm really excited to work on actually making this actual bundle for her where it's customized and all the things, and really building it out. This is more a demo version of what's possible. Here is 30 days of encouragement, right? And look, this looks different from what I did, but it does have some similar bones. Then we even have a community section so that she can work on creating a Bloom community within the brand, right? So let me know what you think about that. But again, my goal is that if I'm going to talk to you about working on your 4, 5, 6, and 7-figure goals, I'm going to show you that, baby, holistically, the possibilities are endless. And with AI, you are not limited. You actually have more resources and solutions at your fingers today at pennies for a dollar, right? What they say, pennies a dollar or something like that, versus, I don't know, what, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago where you had to pay developers to do all of this stuff for you. And it was not cheap, right? It was not cheap. So let's do a couple of things. Number one, feel free to unmute yourself and or check in the chat if you have questions or comments, number one. Number two, what we're going to do is ultimately talk about what happens next. Get clarity with CC. So when you're not with me, you can work through all the prompts that I've created. I have something called the Clarity Kit so that you can go from confused to clear. Because to be clear, this is the path. Clarity, content, cash flow, so that you can grow with speed. When you're confused, when you're feeling not confident, you spin your wheels and the money don't come the way you need it to. So if you're really genuinely committed to working on your revenue, one of the solutions that I have for you is gaining clarity with CC. You can see inside of our Build-A-thon, you have starter prompts that help you get clarity fast, literally today. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed those. Whether you're watching live or on the replay side, I'd love to know your thoughts about the clarity prompts that we worked on. Then we also, this week, talked about avatars. Literally today, we talked about 3 types of avatars that you can create: a customer avatar, a character avatar, and a clone. They're all different but valuable in their own way. So again, whether you watch the limited time replays or you unlock VIP access or just join us in the academy, that's your opportunity to work on AI avatars. And then tomorrow we're going to work on assets. It was scheduled for 1 p.m., but we're going to start at 10 a.m. tomorrow, okay? So check your challenge prompt, right? Figure out where you are blocked in your business. Use the revenue prompts so that you can think about how to work towards your 4, 5, 6, and 7-figure goals. And then tomorrow, those of you who join me live or on the replay side, we can work on your assets, your offers, and building your next step solutions. One of the things that I'm working on in the community right now is the $100 winner, and that is you creating a solid $100 offer that can sell for you at scale. Because guess what? If you can consistently sell a $100 offer and 10 people buy it, that's $1,000 for you. Number one. Number two, if you can consistently bring in an extra $1,000 a week, that's an extra $4,000 in 30 days. Number two. Number three, the sweet spot for me, baby, is we in the community working towards you generating $1,000 a day. So imagine 10 people on average every day buying your $100 offer, right? This is my version of Kevin Kelly, right? His true fans. 10 people a day, just 10 people, scaling at number 10. 10 people a day finding you, loving you, purchasing that $100 offer from you. That's $1,000 a day. That's $30K in 30 days. We all have the opportunity and the ability to win. And guess what? You do not need even 1,000 customers, like Kevin Kelly said. For him, 1,000 was like, that's realistic, that's doable. And I don't know about you, but 1,000 people paying you $100 to get to 100,000 is cool. It's definitely something you could work towards, but I'd much rather like to work towards 10. I'm like, stop focusing on thousands and start focusing on 10 sales at a time. Scale gradually, okay? That's what I call my 10-10 win method. We are working on the $100 winner and you building and refining that. We just started the $100 winner 12-week accelerator that started this week, and we're rocking and rolling every week in the community. So, profits and perspective. 7-figure strategies start with clarity, as you can see. Working on different strategies like the 3 R's, retention, reactivation, and referrals, can work at every single level of where you are in business growth, but you have to lean into them. And so for me, I am super excited to have the 7-figure circle as an opportunity to every single month share my lessons learned and my strategies moving forward with you. It just depends on if you want to be a part of the tribe, right? But this is great because whether you're in the academy or not, today is an opportunity for you to see that literally there's nothing that's not accessible to you. Whether you participated in our AI Profits Build-a-thon for day 1 and then tomorrow day 2, or you join me for a late night 7-figure circle, nothing is not within your reach, right? Everything can be within your reach at a price point, in a time frame, in a way that serves you and works with your life. So you don't need more ideas. You don't need better leverage. Focus beats frenzy every time. This is the work behind sustainable growth. When you choose your pause over panic to create a plan that puts you in a space of power. At the end of the day, real talk, I have ebbs and flows. I know what it's like to bring in 5K. I know what it's like to bring in 10K. I know what it's like to bring in 15K. And I know what it's like to see negative $5, okay? I'm keeping it real with you, okay? Ebbs and flows in business. I know what it's like to be, ooh, girl, I brought in that money today, honey. Then it's like, ooh, that money looked funny. But guess what? 20 plus years, I am still here. And if there's nothing else that I can do, I can show you how to create a simple, sustainable digital product business too. My son literally is 19, going on 20, if you can believe it. And I was doing this thing before he was a wee thing, right? Before he even existed. So I need you to think about your profits. I need you to think about perspective. I need you to know that there are lots of things that you can do to intentionally grow, but you have to work on creating a plan that is going to work for you when it comes to your revenue goals. Hey, the lovely Levon is in here. I didn't even know when you snuck on in here. Awesome to see you. Levon is in the academy, baby, at the Accelerate level. And so it's so awesome to see some of you guys in the circle here for our late night 7-figure cohort. This is not normally when I do the sessions, but I had the energy to say we're in build mode, so why not do this session to kind of invite you into what I'm doing with the community on a month-by-month basis, okay? So that's it, y'all. I got to go. Past my bedtime, 10:30. I'm going to Netflix and chill and then fall asleep while Netflix watches me, okay? Y'all know what it is. Or you think you're watching something and then it's watching you because you already done sleep. That's the deal. So my good friends, thank you so much for joining me live and or on the replay side. Hopefully I get to see you tomorrow. Like I said, we are going at 10 a.m. instead of 1 p.m. tomorrow. Slight adjustment. But again, whether you watch it on the live or replay side, I guarantee I got some good to share with you. Till next time, y'all, go forth and create your amazing. Bye. You're welcome. Thanks for joining.